Good evening, Munchie Mafia. So, welcome to our kitchen for yet another night of food fookery. And tonight we've got um, turnips and fish and what should have been fava beans, but could not find fava beans anywhere. So, we had to substitute it out for the next nearest, which is lima beans. And what was the other freaking ingredient? I forgot.
I don't remember. You have to look at your phone.
Lima beans, turnips, fish, and pistachios. That's what it was. Pistachios. I had to stare at it for a moment. So go and grab yourself a snack. Go take a potty break, whatever the hell you need to do. We're going to run the intro.
Somewhere in Washington, there is an antique kitchen in the shadows of Mount Rainier, where the Munchie Mafia meets every magical Sunday night for hours of fun and laughter with the spin of the colorful wheel of culinary misfortune. A whiskey whisk, a stirry stir, a bakey bake, have some laughy laughs. The wheel spins round and round, stopping at one ingredient at a time. Some are winners, some are losers. Who the hell suggested Twizzlers? You're gonna hell for that one. A whiskey whisk, a stirry stir, a bakey bake, have some laughy laughs. Like and subscribe to Munchie Mafia Official. Tickle that little bell icon to receive notifications. Thanks for coming, dear friends. Go get yourself a drink, grab some tasty snacks before we get this dumpster fire started. A whiskey whisk, a stirry stir, a bakey bake, have some laughy laughs. Let's work some magic together with all these twisted ingredients that all of you chose, and whoever suggested those damned Twizzlers is going to hell for that one.
All right, so let's take a look and see who we have in the chat. And the first one in looks to be Peaceful Des. And then we also have Cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline and Dwinzel, Katie's Kitchen, Tiger, Damoose, Greg Johnson, Simon of Yes I Can Barbecue, Jose of Joy of Fish Keeping, and who else do we have? Elfish Tanks is also here. And we got Ash, of course, Tim Mitchell. He's got to be here against his own will, even. Let's see here. We got lots of people in today. Damoose is also here. And Mason Hefner and Sleeper Barbecue. Hey, Lance. Well, guess what? There is a birthday in the house, and that birthday is Mason Hefner. So happy birthday, Mason.
Munchie Mafia is celebrating another marvelous birthday. Happy birthday to our good friend Mason Hiffner. May your day be filled with joy, so close your eyes. Make a wish, blow out those candles before your cake gets invaded by score. Pop your lips, 2025 bitches. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right. So Scorepocalypse happened last year, but just as luck would have it, it happened again. So this time nobody got stung. Eric is safe. Mason's safe. Everybody's safe. But yeah, happy birthday, Mason. Anyway, so let's see. Oh, we got Teresa is also in here as well. And NBL, hello and welcome. All right. So we got all sorts of goodies. I got lots of stuff coming up soon. I just need to go and edit all the videos. Got some leftovers. So what I did here is I shredded up the turnip. So we have shredded turnip so far. And I'm also going to shred up this carrot. Or maybe not. Let's cut it up into smaller pieces. There we go. All right, so shredded carrot. So I could not find flounder, and haddock was not to be had. I think that the grocery store was trying to close out on their seafood. So we had to go with the next nearest thing. And what's really odd is I went to 3 different stores. I'd already bought the cod, but I was pissed off about the whole fava beans and went to 2 other stores. They also don't have it. So I don't know what the hell the deal is. It's like everybody's against fava beans all of a sudden. Okay. Leftover apples from my chicken Waldorf salad. I think I might just use just 1 apple though. And what I had visualized for this dish was a turnip slaw. Because fresh turnips actually taste, or raw turnips actually taste really good. And I'm trying to embrace more vegetables in my diet because I don't really get a chance to eat much as far as fresh vegetables are concerned until they're in season. So there's that. You know what? I think I want the second apple. So what we're going to be making to go with our fish and other accoutrements is we're making a slaw. And instead of cabbage, we're going to use this shredded up, beautiful turnip. We're going to kick it up a notch by throwing in some other flavors in there so that we can brighten it up all nice and light and bright. I don't know if you've ever had turnip slaw before, but it's one of those things that's actually quite good. Because it has nice crunch to it, for one. And two, why not? You know, we're in the summer. I don't know how the weather is in your neck of the woods. Pretty damned cold here. Wanted to go up and see the car show that's happening in town, but I don't want to have to sit there and freeze my ass off. Okay, so we have that. I'm actually going to throw a glove on. I don't know why I'm handling ready to eat foods without a glove on. No glove, no love. So, hello, Eastwind Farms. Welcome. Hey, Al. We're making slaw. We are making slaw. All right. Honey bear. And my wine vinegar, my rosé, sweet rosé vinegar. I'm really, really loving this stuff. So we're going to give it a pretty decent amount, right like so. I'm going to take the honey bear. We're going to drizzle a lot of honey in there because the extra kick is going to be horseradish. This is Beaver brand. Whoops. One of the other things you can do is, it wasn't in my fridge at the time, is you could also shred up some radish to go in here. We're going to put a little bit of mayonnaise in there as well. And we're going to take some dried dillweed because I don't have fresh and can't buy more fresh because it's not on the grocery list. All right. Now we're just going to mix it together. Just like so. And we're going to get our pepper shaker from Al. This is so exciting. Give it lots of pepper. You want lots and lots and lots of pepper. All right, there's that. A little bit of salt as well. These things are exciting. I love these. This is just some Himalayan salt. I don't like the way it kind of bunches up there in the corner though, but that's okay. Just salt and pepper and horseradish, that rosé wine vinegar. Apples. I put 2 small Braeburn. Braeburn? No, some other apple. Is that an apple? It's red and something or other. All right. Let's set that aside. Let these flavors marry. You can put a little smidge of hot sauce in there if you want. It's up to you. All right. And we made our wonderful cube steak dinner. That one was actually dedicated to Greg Johnson, who had been requesting that for months and months and months and months. I think he was about ready to start giving up. Just going to take a little bit of potato because we don't have a lot of starch. So we're actually going to fry this up. We're going to make kind of a hash of sorts with a little bit of leftover bacon and the lima beans. And that's going to be the bed for our fish. And I think you're going to be pretty excited about this fish. This fish is going to be pretty sexy. All right. Okay. And I like to leave my skins on my potato. Add bourbon and ice to mine, but I leave out the slaw. Okay. All right, Tiger. Hello, Larry. Uncle Larry's in the house. Hello. The reason why apples, so Dwindle's asking why are apples, some of them so cheap and some of them are more expensive. There's quite a lot of different varieties of apple in the world. Something to the effect of like 2,000 or somewhere thereabouts. Different varieties of apple. Now, some of them are very, very, very regional, and others are not so much. Some of them are actually bioengineered, while a lot of them are heritage apples. And it all depends on the region. Some growing seasons might be short. Some apple crops may not net a lot, like red delicious and golden delicious apples. Those things are really prolific. Granny Smiths are a little harder to come by in that the trees don't give off as much fruit as the reds and the goldens. It just depends. And then on top of all of it, there may not be a lot of orchards for all the other types of apples. Opals are also one of those where they have a specific season that's off season from other apples. You can generally find those, in the winter months. But at the same time, what's really aggravating, and the reason why I know this is because my former, my ex-husband, was a truck driver, and even though the apples are picked in the fall, they sit in cold storage for months and months and months and months. What we see as far as apples go is not necessarily the nice ones that you would think that it would be seen. We are getting like the seconds, what's known as the seconds. All the beautiful big apples are going overseas. They're being shipped. What we see in the grocery stores, unless you're going to a farm stand, is they're crappy apples. Where's the paper towels?
Threw it on the floor.
I threw it on the floor? No, I didn't. I found one. So it's kind of a pain in the ass, because you would think that, we live in the United States, we've got like a whole lot of varieties of apple. And thank you. And because of the way the shipping trade goes, all the beautiful ones are going elsewhere. But yeah, apples. I remember when apples, you can get them for like 25 cents a pound. Now some of them are, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. There, just put it right there. Now it's like $7. I think because I'm doing an apple crisp. So this little tiny bag of organic Granny Smith apples cost me $8 at the grocery store. I don't know why. We're like the apple, apples are our state commodity. So I don't know what the hell's going on with that. All right, so I got three fishes. I hope that answers your question. We got 3 fishes. I don't know why they put them in groups of 3. So whenever you're dealing with frozen cod, and I seriously thought about, I was seriously thinking about actually going fishing this morning, and because we have flounder. Huh? 4 away. 4 away from the 500. Oh my gosh. So awesome. That's so awesome. Thank you guys.
Katie's making your son subscribe.
What?
Katie's making your son subscribe.
Oh my God. Now don't forget he has to go in and make a comment on a video. I don't know. Depending on his age, he may or may not want to stay. And we kind of figure that, out of that 8, maybe 3 might stay. 3 might stick. We'll have to go through this all over again. Okay, so frozen fish is awful wet. So just, give it a pat dry as best as you can. And take your garbage out after you're done with dinner, or else the next morning your kitchen might smell like a dead hooker's ass crack after a rather raucous party over at the frat houses. So there we have that. Now we have these. What?
Lance is on all the fish channels too.
What?
Trying to get us there.
Oh, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. I love you guys to death. You guys are so awesome. All right. So, of course, Old Bay, because Old Bay makes everything tasty. And of course, I remember a time when I could just go over to the baker's section of the local grocery store and get already crushed up pistachios. Now, I don't understand why pistachios have gone up in price to the point where, you're basically having to sell your kidney on the black market in order to afford a tiny bag of freaking pistachios. This little bit right here that's being ground up cost me like $11. And I'm like, why? Do they give blowjobs? So it's just nuts. Grocery prices have just gone through the roof. Shrimp peels like dead body in the trash. Sits in sun out there from Saturday night till Thursday. Yeah, Dwinzel, I know how that goes. Hey, Devil Dog. Hey, Viper. Welcome. We're just crushing up some pistachios. I'm getting a little impatient with this right now. But I used to be able to go over to the baker section and they'd have like a little tiny bag of them for like, a few dollars. I actually had to shell these, and the ones that I couldn't open, I just said, you know what? Rocky and Bullwinkle would probably love to have some fresh some pistachios for a snack, so they munched on those. Of course, Bullwinkle wanted to rip my arm off. That bird hates me so much. They both came from the same household, rescued with a bunch of other birds. Some of the birds were in such terrible condition that the only thing that could be done was euthanasia. But I figure that it was probably a woman that abused these birds, or at least that one. All right. We don't want to pulverize it to death. We still want to have some sort of body left to these, but we definitely don't want huge chunks of pistachio. So let's just give it another minute or less. All right, there, done. Let me get rid of this real quick. Just go in the sink. We have a new game that we're going to bring on. We're not getting rid of this. We're not getting rid of this because you guys are having way too much fun messing with me. So, hello, Oracles. Welcome. All right. So there we have that, and I've got a mess on my counter. There we go. Alrighty, so now what I need is a bowl and a dredging bowl and my ramekin Jenga. Thank goodness y'all didn't see that. All right. Panko, what?
How can you go Dragon 5 when you get to 500?
All right, so we're going to do the panko. That's awesome. Okay. And Old Bay. And let's see here. Pistachios. We want a little bit for decoration, so we're not going to put all of it in there, but we're going to put a couple handfuls. Oh, okay. Mixy, mixy, mixy. And then need some mayonnaise. What? Trust me on this one. Trust me on this one. Learned this from a bunch of old people at one of the places that I used to work at. They were like trying to tell me how to cook fish. Huh? We got it. All right. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. Now watch. Tiger is going to unsubscribe to drop us down to $4.99 because I just know Tiger is going to do that. But then he's going to add himself back later just to mess with me. I just know it. I just know it. We know you too well, Tiger. We know you too well. Okay, first off, we're going to take care of the one thing that's going to take the longest first, because this can just sit and get happy on the back of the stove. And the first thing is these potatoes, which I think I might have cut too many up. I think that's going to be way too much. So let's get this pan. Wrong pan. I want this one. We're going to get this pan heated up. I'm going to turn the fan on this time. Put some oil in there. And just set these aside for the time being. And where did I... Okay. Leftover bacon. Because we always have bacon in our house. always have bacon in our house. And bacon always makes things taste a lot better, in my opinion. All right. Alrighty, Roo. My handy dandy newfangled, I'm gonna do 3 strips of bacon. So we have enough bacon for morning. Gotta have bacon. Handy dandy stainless steel cutting board. This is my ultra low profile one that I reviewed the other day. It's really nice. It's really nice. I love this thing because it doesn't grab into the board, those nylon boards. So I think it's time to actually sharpen the knife though. I got this when? Christmas? Or just after Christmas, I think. I don't remember. But I think it's time to take care of that. All right. So let's check our pan. That's doing pretty well. Grab our bacon bits. We're going to throw those in as well. Put these in the sink. I don't need these anymore. Also, one of the things that I noticed about that particular cutting board, the low profile one, is don't leave it out in the sun. It can cause it to warp or may cause warping. All right. So fishy fishes. I don't like to put herbs in my panko because they have a tendency to burn. So just adding some seasoning. Let's see. Maybe just a smidge more, just a little smidge more. Because these are going to get pan fried. And we want that flavor to really pop. Yeah, 3,000 watch hours in total. And each day I lose some because, you know, they only count to 365 days. What? Yeah, they drop off from last year. So there has to be like a progression. All right, I'm going to use the Jim Baldridge's secret seasoning for the potato hash. It's jimbaldridge.com. Stuff is amazing. So in love with that stuff. And then we're going to get some onion. My Kung Fu girl. All right. Hello, mean girl. Welcome. Come on in. The water's fine. Oops. Why did it do that? Okay. We're just frying up some potato and some onion right now. Probably should have used the cast iron. Happy belated birthday, main girl. forgot all about that. Yes, we are all over. And then we also have Stephen and Jacqueline, who's out in the islands of Trinidad and Tobago. We're just all over the place. I think we probably have the highest concentration of Floridians and Texans in the house right now. It's Teresa. When is game night again? Well, game night is usually the first Sunday of the month, but we're thinking about expanding that. How do you guys feel about Scrabble and doing, not replacing, okay, we're not replacing Cards Against Humanity. We're just adding to off weeks. Huh? On a different night. It would be in the evening. So I've got a deluxe Scrabble board. It's a lot like Daisy May. Daisy May runs Scrabble. I've been playing Scrabble over there on my days off whenever she has Scrabble going, which is every Saturday. That's a lot of fun. How she sets it up is she's got a Scrabble board with her camera pointed down overhead, and there's no points unless you want to do points for a prize. But basically everybody gets to see all your tiles. So it's just for the social aspect of things. All right. Yes, Tiger got out of Beantown. Hey, Haunting Moon, welcome. We're just frying up some potato. Now at this point, we're gonna throw in our bacon. So now we have bacon. I'm gonna get rid of my dishes. I've got too many dishes. Over here, grab this other cutting board. All right, just plop it down underneath here. All right. So now we're just going to let the bacon get happy with this. And of course, some smoked garlic. We're not going to go heavy on the garlic because fish is a little too delicate. So we're just going to go with 1 clove. Actually, we're going to wait on that for just a few moments. Let this get happy for a little while longer. I got a question on the screen. Okay. Question on the screen. What's the meal? Okay, so the meal is fish and fava beans, but I could not find fava beans, so we replaced it with lima, which is what we're working on right now, and then turnips. And what we made is a turnip slaw. We shredded the turnip, added carrot and apple, horseradish, mayonnaise, and dill. And so now all we're doing is just taking care of our potatoes. And I really wished I would have used my cast iron pan. Oh well. Instead of salt and pepper, I just season with bacon. Now, you know what? That's kind of what I do too, but bacon makes everything taste better, in my opinion. So there's that. Let's see here. Cast iron pan. I'm gonna need that a little bit. And so we are doing a pistachio crusted cod fillets. And it's going to be on a bed of this lima bean bacon and potato hash that we're making right now. We're going to make a lemon wine butter herb sauce for a finish, aka beurre blanc. But we're just going to say wine butter sauce because, we're kind of trying to relax ourselves from all the culinary terms. If you guys want to learn more about culinary terms, I could, create some shorts and explain all the terminology. So, oh yeah, and there's some honey in there too. I put some honey in there and horseradish. And it's just sitting there getting happy. If you don't want it too horribly sweet, you can definitely put powdered sugar in there. But I don't want to do that. Then it'd be too sweet. Turnips already have a little bit of a sugar to it to begin with, so we're trying to behave ourselves because Timmy's still dealing with his foot ordeal and it's slowly healing. And the slaw is so good. I'm like munching on it. Yeah. Yeah, other days we DoorDash. Thankfully, Timmy's not going to be DoorDashing tonight because I know he's going to enjoy this thoroughly. And it's because of this wheel of misfortune that I decided I no longer hate lima beans. Yes, yes. Slaw would have been better the next day, or at least a minimum of 1 hour. That's why we made that one first, so it can sit and get happy. You can also put some dried cranberries. Yes or no on the dried cranberries? What do you think, guys? What? Yeah, that sounds good. All right. I just got to figure out where in my mess, or did I use them all already? Shit. Oh well. I got currants. Yeah. What do you think, guys? Currants? And do what? What? Okay. Yes, yes, and sounds good, and yes to currants. Okay, so currants are like a little dried berry, kind of like a grape, kind of like a berry, and they're little teeny tiny. They don't taste like grapes or like raisins. So here we go. They look like little rabbit turds, but they're not. All right. So we're just gonna mix that up. Let those soak up a little bit of that. Dried cherries would have been really good in that too, I think. All right. So now we got that going. I think I'm only going to cook up one bag of beans, the lima beans, Timmy. We'll save the other one for tomorrow. We got so many leftovers. So we cooked cube steak last night. One for him, one for me, one for the doggies. All right. So there we have that. Give it a pinch of salt. Now I do like to add just a little smidge of apple cider vinegar to mine, just to give it a little bit of a tang. Of course, no smoke detector is not going off. That's just steam. Cranberries without the wang. Yes, this one sucks to clean. This one is older than my children. This is what is left of my original Belgique set. I don't even think Belgique even makes pans anymore. I love these pans. I only have a few of them left. I've lost so many over the years. I had a huge set. Really heavy duty bottoms. You would have thought by now that, you know, this thing would have warped. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of fond in the bottom of the pan. But it's not really going to do us much justice. It's mostly potatoes, the starch from the potato. All right. So let's just pop that over there. We're going to just let that finish over here for a little while. Turn that up to a 5. I'm going to preheat this because I didn't turn the oven on earlier. So, cutting apples for your pups. You know, we never tried giving apples to our dogs. Yeah. Cranberries and turkey salad. Yes. Yes. Cranberries in turkey salad. I love turkey salad. I also love chicken salad. I like chicken salad a lot more. But we have a... Hey, Rockin' Keto Amy. Welcome. All right. So we have Rockin' Keto Amy here. She probably cooks keto-friendly foods. So let's talk about this for a moment. This being our panko breadcrumbs to go with our pistachio. Now, if you're looking for something that's more keto-friendly, you can use just some crushed up pork rinds instead. And if you don't eat pork, you could do crushed up cornflakes. But that's not really all that keto friendly, but it's better than wheat. Some people can't do it. So, pork panko. But here's the thing is if you go to the bakery section or the baker's section of the grocery store to get pork panko, comes in a little box. It's actually way more expensive than if you go over to the chip aisle and get yourself a bag of pork rinds and just crush them up yourself. So, yes, pork panko is amazing. It's what I use in my fried chicken is pork panko and a little bit of cornflake. All right, so we got our... Amy just came in. Amy, we got a hash here. We're using the red potatoes and bacon and lima beans. There's supposed to be fava, but they didn't have any. So that's just sitting on the back burner getting nice and happy. We're just waiting for our pan to heat up here. Should probably get this pan heated up over here too. So we'll just get that going on a 5 for the moment. And yeah, we're cooking cod too, by the way. Now, the only difference between salted butter and unsalted butter is one has salt, the other doesn't. And I'm one of those types of people that if I'm going to eat butter, I'm going to eat butter that's salted. Because I can always adjust my my recipe. Let's see here. Take out my Wusthof. And we're just going to cut up our butter. be about enough. All right. Just need to grab my leftover onion from yesterday's dinner. I still have mushrooms in here in my little box. But mushrooms and fish don't really go very well together, in my opinion. So, scoot this on over here. This is the other stainless steel cutting board that I got. This one's the Elevane or Elevane or however you want to pronounce it. So I had a julienne cut onion from yesterday. So we're just going to have to just give it a coarse chop. I prefer to use shallot, but I don't have any shallots. And the rules behind the whole mystery wheel of misfortune is I cannot buy anything extra. But I could definitely use whatever I already have in my cooler, in my freezer, in the dry storage. Okay, so we're just going to just give this a turn real quick. And I see our pan is nice and smoking. So we're going to drop some oil in there. I think I need to re-level this stove. Everything's kind of pooling over into one corner. All right. Move this out of the way. I need a bigger island too. All right. So what we're going to do with this is we've given it a pat dry and let it rest. We're going to just roll it into the mayonnaise and then roll it into the panko with the pistachio. Okay. Give it a pressy press. Make sure that, it's all nice and coated. Now, one of the things that you want to be careful with, oh, this one still has a frickin' tail on it. Not left-handed scissors. There we go. All right. You don't want to burn your nuts because nuts get really bitter and off-putting. Just ask Tiger. He's got some bitter and off-putting nuts. Isn't that right, Tiger? Why do I have to be the victim of her jokes? Her jokes aren't even that funny. Got jokes all day, man. All freaking day. All right. So, mayonnaise. The main ingredients to mayonnaise is oil and egg. And this is what all the old farts at the old folks' home. Huh? Thank you. I love my shirt too. I've had enough of work for the rest of the weekend. It's like it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. All right, so pan is screaming hot. So we're going to take the thickest piece of fish and we're going to start it on the not presentation side. Because we're going to let it cook mainly on that part of the fish. Right there at the very bottom. The not presentation side. Will the girls eat cod? Yeah? Okay, well, I'll just save the tail for them then. All right. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Just put that over there. Stick that over there. That is my garlic clove. I'm going to need that. Move this over here. Alrighty. Onions. Alrighty. And when you're dealing with fish, especially one that's got a crust on it, you definitely do not want to use tongs. Use a fish spat. I'll show you a fish spat. And it's made by Mercer. It's Hell's Handle. It's got Hello Kitty on it. because this is another thing that everybody used to steal from me. Unfortunately, it's not a left-handed one. So there's the fish spat. All right. So just give it a turn. A little too screaming hot. It's okay. Well, at least it's not burnt. It's just very, very, very golden. Now this pan here on the front, we got it preheating. We got our lima beans in the back with our potato and bacon. And the potato is entirely optional. Ow, son of a bitch. That's hot. Okay. So we're going to just give it a little touch of oil in this pan. And then we're going to take that little bit of onion and we're going to give this a saute. We're also going to get a lemon and we're going to cut it in half lengthwise because I want to be able to use some of that for garnish. And I grabbed the wrong lemons. These are the crappy seeded ones. All right. When you're serving up lemons on a plate, take the seeds out, take that white pith out. Okay? Make it look pretty. Even if you don't like your family that much. Always make your food look pretty. Go. Take that white out. There we go. I'm going to come over here and we're going to take a gander at our onion. Onion's doing well. It sends its regards. And our fish is done. Does not take long at all. I can definitely set that right there on top of that. I'm going to move some things around a little bit. Move this right there for the moment. Scooch this over for the moment. Grab this one. Put it over here. Turn that off. Turn that on. Scooch it over. There we go. All right. Now we got some nice color on our onion. We're going to take our smoked garlic clove. I'm going to just give it a mashy mash right on in there. We want to introduce it to some heat. For those that are new here, I smoke off garlic in my smoker about 10 pounds at a time, and I just pitch them whole bulb right into the freezer after they've cooled down. And so whenever I want some garlic, I can just go and reach into my freezer and grab some garlic. So our hash is done. over here. All right, so that's got that going on. We're going to take some wine and we're going to deglaze this to what's known as au sec. Get my lemon squizzy. I'm going to give it some lemon too. We want lots and lots. So half of a large lemon will suffice. And au sec means taking it to the point where all the liquid is pretty much evaporated from the bottom of the pan. Just like so. Let it move around a little bit. We're going to actually kill the heat, because now what we're going to do is we're going to start pitching knobs of butter in there. And get a wire whisk. Move this around. Bring this over. Now, some of the other things that you can add to this would be some capers, if you like, or little bits of pickle of your choice, like cornichons that are all cut up, gherkins, if you want a little bit of a sweetness. Huh? Have you ever made or tasted black garlic? Yes, I have. And what I think of it is, I don't think much of it. I think there's just too much hype for what it is. Everybody seems to be using it these days, like the new latest and greatest food trend. And it's not all that fond of it. I mean, garlic's garlic. It's like, okay. It's like everybody was like, wanting to use like truffle salt, stuff like that. All right. Just get the rest of that in there. Now, one of the things that will help to emulsify this butter is the lecithin in the lemon. And just a little smidge more salt. I'm going to add some tarragon. Oh my God. Can you open that for me? All right, dill. Huh? I know, right? I think it's been sitting up in the cupboard for too long. I bought it a while back and forgot about it. Huh? Sambuca. Yeah, that's another thing that I've not been fond of is Sambuca. But then again, I'm not a licorice fan. All right. If we have to break it to get it open, because I don't want to throw that out. I know how much I paid for it. Or at least somewhat remember how much I paid for it. All right, a little bit more butter. DoorDash like Tim, yeah. No, we DoorDashed the other day. It was pretty brutal at work. At a about 7 tons worth of product that I had to get unloaded off the truck, and probably moved a lot of those bags and boxes and stuff around at least 3 or 4 times before they finally settled into the place where I was going to put them, which was very frustrating. Gonna add some black pepper. Add the rest of that butter. Did you get it? No, not bananas, Katie. It wasn't bananas, but fuck bananas. No, it was just a lot of food. It was a lot of food. I think I'm going to go back to ordering just for 4 weeks. Because ordering for 6 weeks, it's kind of a pain in the ass, because then I end up with way too much. I can barely even walk in the walk-in freezer. If we had an earthquake, we'd be in trouble. It'd probably break the door down, because there's a whole stack like sitting like right off to the side. Oh, thank you. Tarragon. I'm going to figure this out. Sure, I'm getting it all over the stove. Channel locks. Okay. All right. All righty, Roo. So there's that. Got to chop up some parsley because we need parsley. One of the things that I love about cooking at home is that I can actually use my knives instead of using a bench scraper. All right, here we go. Now, if you can find French chervil, or French parsley, which is also known as chervil, this tastes better with chervil. All right. Well, there we got nice sauce. All righty, Roo. Turn that off. All right, so now over here, grab our plates, get these out of the way. I'm not going to make that for the girls. They can figure something else out. All right, start grabbing stuff here. Let's see. Our fish is nice and warm. So we got our hash. And yes, Tiger, this is going to be a pain in the ass to clean. All right, so there we have the hash. And then we got our slaw. I almost need some other color in that. All right. fish. Got another fish. Presentation side up. Whoops. Backwards. There we go. And then get our wine butter sauce. For our fish. And drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. It's a little wet, but that's okay. And there we have it. Deck it out with a lemon wedge. Ta-da! All right. So here we have it. We've got our fish with our turnip slaw and our not fava bean hash and our cod. That's been crusted in panko. Alrighty, Munchie Mafia. This one I can already tell you is going to be a win. I can already tell you. Soak it in hot water, Mr. Tim. What are we soaking? Oh.
We were wondering why you were warning Tiger about how hard the pan's going to be to clean.
No. I wasn't warning Tiger. I was saying, yes, Tiger. This is going to be a pain in the ass to clean.
Again.
Tiger said earlier, I got that same pan. It's a bitch to clean, but it creates a good fond. That's where that came from, Timmy. Come on, get with the program. All right. Those are so pretty. It needs the other fish, though. What?
Nothing.
Here. Yes, Tiger, it's going to be a pain in the ass for Tim to clean, who's not going to be cleaning it because I'll be getting up at dark 30 in the morning to clean it. So, yeah. What do y'all think? You like it? I like it. I think it's going to be delicious. All right. Hot. Munchie Mafia. We've got our wheel of misfortune. But we also have another game after this. So there's that. Put these away real quick. Let me just tidy up here real quick and I'll be right back. Oops. All right. How the hell am I going to do this? There's a ring light in my way. Good enough for government work. All right. Okay, so Munchie Mafia. What should we spin for first? Tripe. Tiger's already starting up. Tiger. Love you, bud, but stop. He's going to divorce me. Twizzlers. Okay, so who doesn't know how to play this game? Who has not done this before? Let's start with that first. So I guess Simon wants to go with rando first. So let's take that off.
Rock and Amy hasn't played before.
Rock and Amy has not played before. Okay, so the Wheel of Misfortune has several different rings, and the outside ring is proteins. The next one is the produce. This one here is starches, and then the inside ring um, is the randoms. And randoms is anything as long as it's human grade and edible. The only thing that I ask is please do not suggest plantains. Found that out the hard way, um, which sucked because I really loved that dish so much and I had to throw it out. Um, so don't mention plantains, lobster, sea urchin, or crab. Allergies. I don't want to die on a live. Unless you guys want me to die on a live, and then you guys wouldn't
You
have.
can only do it once, so it'd be amazing.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be epic.
Daffy Duck.
Daffy Duck. Yeah. Anyway, so our first one for the rando is ghost peppers. I think there's a trend here. That was Simon's, I think. Okay, so ghost peppers. So we're going to take that off the board. And so what we do is we roll for the ingredients for the next one. The rule is that the only things that can be purchased are the things that are on the wheel that has been spun for. So far we got a random ingredient, the ghost pepper. And so we have to create a dish that's restaurant quality from the ingredients that the wheel has chosen, which all of these things are things that subscribers have contributed to over the last, I don't know, 6 months now, I think is when we started this. So the other rule is that we can also use things that are already in the pantry, in the fridge or freezer to help build up the meal, like for example milk. But if I'm out of milk, I can't go to the store and get milk. I'm going to have to do something else instead. Yes, Dwindle, they mess with me. Y'all mess with me. It's all messing with. All right, so yeah, Timmy doesn't do cooking.
Yes, I do.
Hi, Marketplace Boutique. Welcome. Yeah. Anyway, yes, Twizzlers are evil. You're right. Okay, so what are we spinning for next? We already have the rando. And that's ghost pepper. And let's see here. And so Damoose says protein. So we're going to spin for the protein. Protein is all on the outer rim. Pork shoulder steak.
Cool.
Yeah, I know, right? And as far as the protein goes, plant-based proteins are definitely allowed as well. All right, so let's delete that one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Pork shoulder steak. All right, so what's next? What is next? Produce aisle, Des says. Coconut. Oh, I know what to do. Produce aisle, coconut. All right, so that leaves us with starch. Let's delete that one. All right. Oats. WTF am I going to do with that? I don't know what to do with that. Oats. or starch. Okay, alrighty. All right, remove oats. Oh, come on, I hate that pen. That pen is going to be the death of me. You know, when I get a chance, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just erase the board and write it all in the proper pen, because this is that Smurf pen that made me look like I gave a hand job to a Smurf. All right, good enough. Just deal with it. All right. So now we've got ghost peppers and pork shoulder steak and coconut and oats. Should we spin for another random or another produce? Another rando and another produce. Well, which one? Okay, rando. Okay, so we're going for another rando. I swear, if Twizzlers comes up, I'm throwing this wheel in the creek. We got canned boiled peanuts. Canned boiled peanuts. Okay. Now it's time to fill in these blanks. So for the new people that have never put anything on the wheel, let's start with the protein. So let's see here. Keto Amy, would you like to list a protein? I'm going to read you the proteins that we already have on here. We have Rocky Mountain oysters and beef liver, eggs, kielbasa, hot dogs, spam, turkey, chicken nuggets, Vienna sausage, eel, pig's feet, pork, and hamburger. And we're going to let Amy pick one because she has not picked one yet. I know, Tiger, it's effing rigged. Suck it up, Buttercup. No, guys, let's give Amy a chance, okay? Tick tock, Amy. Tick tock. Yes, it was 2 episodes ago. No, pork belly, we don't have pork belly on there, so we can definitely put pork belly on there. Would you like, is that your final answer, pork belly? That's the beauty of it, is that you guys get to pick. Pork belly. It's one of my favorite things to cook. I love pork belly. Alrighty, so now let's move on to the vegetable or fruit aisle. The produce aisle, we've got artichokes, broccoli, carrots, corn, green beans, peaches, red beets, cactus, rutabaga, beet greens, zucchini, tomatillo, and cucumbers. So who is next? Who has not picked one yet or put something up here yet? No, Tiger, no durian. I cannot get durian here. All right, so let's take a look here. No durian either. Haunting Moon, you're fired. You too, Tiger. No, no, I've not seen durian in a can. I've not seen durian in a can. I go to a lot of Asian markets and I've not found it anywhere. Well, good for you, Katie. All right. Uh, good for you, Katie. Congratulations. Never seen durian in a can before. All right. Unpaid intern. Okay. All right. So, all right. They sell it frozen around the corner. Not around my corner. All right, fine. I'll put frickin' durian on there. And if I can't find durian, I'm going to ask you for your used pair of boxer shorts, Tiger. And we'll cook your boxers. Fine, durian. I'll try to find it, okay? All right, so now we got starch. You're a dick, Tiger. Love you, but you're a dick. Hello, Joe. Hello, Joe. Okay, so now we need a starch, and our starch could be anything that's a starchy vegetable, or a grain, or even bread, or Pillsbury biscuits, or cornbread, or whatever. So, what we have in that section right now is saffron rice, hominy, egg noodles, wild rice, potato salad, orzo, smashed potatoes, jicama, angel hair, yuca, sweet potatoes, kidney beans, and basmati rice. So, um, yeah, Dwindle, the house will stink. Oh, trust me, I know what durian smells like. I've had my Filipino card taken away from me because I refused to eat it because I threw up. All right, so Katie says, Teresa says cornbread. Katie says polenta. Which one should we go for? Cornbread or polenta? All right, we're going to go with cornbread for Teresa. Teresa hasn't put one up in a long time. All righty, Rue. So that leaves us with 2 spaces for randos. So randoms is anything that is, and it could be another protein, it could be it could be a fruit, it could be a different vegetable that's not already on the wheel. Anything that's human grade edibles, that's not crab, sea urchin, lobster, or plantains. And what we presently have there is beer, almond slivers, sour gummy bears, dates, red wine, rhubarb, salsa valentina, Twizzlers, Great Northern beans, taco seasoning, pork rinds, and wasabi. So we need 2. We need 2. That is edible, food grade edible, Tiger, that can be purchased at a grocery store. I've never seen banana slugs. No. Roe. Okay. Tamarind. Tamarind. That's a good one. And Stephen hasn't put up one in a long time, so we're going to go with tamarind. Tamarind. All right, so the next one, I love tamarind. And just break those pods open and dip them in sugar, and hard monster would be evil. Da Bomb Beyond Insanity hot sauce. Now, okay, Simon, so where the F would I find Da Bomb Beyond Insanity hot sauce? And does that require a medical waiver? Hard Mountain Dew? Fried pickles? Was the row last week? I thought that was a couple weeks ago. I might actually put some of that on my fish. Probably would require a medical waiver and a will written
We
out.
don't have that hot sauce here.
Oh. Tamarine balls. Anchovies for Tim. Okay. As luck would have it, I freaking love anchovies. But only the white ones. I don't like the ones out of the can. All right. So the wheel is filled up. We are done with that. Now, I'm going to move on to the next game. Let me get this wheel out of the way. Get my tablet moved back over here. This is going to be a fun one. I think that because I was been mulling it around, trying to figure out what to do, because I know that some people were saying, well, that's not very budget friendly. Well, yeah, you're right. It's not very budget friendly when, beef tongue used to be like a craptacular freaking substandard cut of meat. All right. So this is the grocery game. And we're going to run a contest to determine who's going to pick the color bag. So we got a green one. We've got a pink one. We've got a blue one. And we got a yellow one. And inside these bags is a cookbook. I'm not going to tell you what cookbook they are because it's possible that you might actually own that and you're going to go and look for the page number. So we're going to pick two winners. One winner is going to pick the color bag. The next winner is going to pick a number from whatever to whatever. And I'll tell you what the numbers are when we figure out the bag. So if you would like to play, just type the word play in all caps. And we're going to add you to the wheel. Or not the wheel. We're doing duck race. Duck race? Are we doing duck race? We're going to do duck races. So far, I'm going to read them off for you, Timmy. Katie.
We got Katie.
Des.
Got Des.
Moon. Haunting Moon. Rockin' Keto Amy.
I've got Amy.
Damoose.
Don't have Moose yet. Just a minute.
Okay. Damoose. And Greg. And Simon.
Got Greg. Got Simon.
Okay.
Got Katie.
Caps Simon, LOL.
I gotta add Jody.
Tongue. Oh yeah, add Jody. Tongue is one of those things that you either like it or you hate it. There's no in between.
All right.
Where did my drink go? There it is. Alrighty, Roo. So we got, so far we got Katie, we got Des, we got Haunting Moon, Amy, Damoose, Greg, Simon. All right. Well, Timmy's trying to figure that out. I really want to try this fish. I'm just breaking off a little chunk of the crunchy panko. That was really good. Perfectly seasoned. Play in all yeah, type play in all caps if you want in on the little contest thing. So the yellow bag has 341 pages, but it can only go 2 to 341. The blue one has 215 pages. The pink one's got 234, and the green one's got 230. Supervision deficient. Tiger. And of course, I made a comment a few weeks ago when we reached 500 subscribers that we will do a special live cook featuring parrotfish. So it looks like I'm going shopping for parrotfish this week. That'll probably be on a different day because that's totally separate from the Wheel of Misfortune. You get it? Do you want to just go with just dropping names in a hat instead? Yes, I'm on the hook for parrotfish. Did we add Steven to the
Yes.
Simon? He's not very tech savvy, so he's trying to
Fuck
figure
Right
this
now,
out.
fucking ass.
Oh
You do it. I'll go outside.
no, I need you to take care of this. It's just that I
He
mean,
handed this to me 2 minutes before we went live and said, "We're going to do this."
no, I gave you the option to just stick names in a bag. Anyway, Simon says go here. And it's,
Yeah, I just can't get the timer to set.
okay, so that's 17 hours. So you got to go by minutes and seconds. There you go. Or just minutes. Yeah, there you go. All right, let me take a look. Just hold on, Timmy. God. All right.
Throw me under the bus. Fuck you.
Let's see here. There you go. All right, so he's got it figured out. What?
How do I add it to the page?
Add what to the page? Well, you go to StreamYard and you do present, right? And it would be share screen.
I have to have something down here to present. No.
Share screen. Okay, there you go. Now you go over to duck races. There you go. Hit share. There you go. All right. All right. So now we got it going. All right. There's the duck races. All right. All right. So everybody that's in here is. Do we have Steven? Yeah, we do have Steven in there. Okay. So now you just hit start. Yeah, duck races. All right. May the odds be in your favor. All right, let's see. We got a little ways to go yet. So far, I think so far Demoose is in the lead, guys. I know the quacks are just so hilarious. Simon, you are behind Tiger. You kind of
No, Simon's ahead of Tiger.
Yeah, Simon's ahead of Tiger, I think. I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, your duck swam the other way, Simon. And Katie's a witch duck. Oh, and here comes Jody. Jody is beating out poor Demoose. Yeah, Simon's a space duck. Oh, Demoose is catching up with Jody. And and Dwinzel. Why does Dwinzel say Dwizzle? That's
Look at that. Simon's
Simon's going ahead. Oh, here Simon. Yes, Simon. Yay! All right. So you get to pick a bag. Do you want the yellow, the blue, the pink, or the green? You guys in your rigged. Pink for Tim. Okay, so let me drop these to the floor now. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what's in the other 3 bags because next week we're going to choose something else. All right. All right, so we're going to run the duck race one more time to find out who's going to be picking the next one. All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? We got Greg and Tiger and NBL and Steven in a tie. And Dez is all the way in the very back. What is going on with Dez's duck? Dez, what's...
Trojan duck.
Huh?
It's a Trojan duck.
It's a Trojan duck. Your quacker has a pointy hat. Yeah, kind of looks like a, huh?
Here comes Dez.
Oh, Des, come on, Des, you can do it. You can do it. We have faith in you. Come on. So far, let's see here. Who is in the lead?
Dwindle's got the lead now.
Dwindle's got the lead. It's hard to see this from
Almost.
ours. Kick harder, yeah. Oh, here comes Des. Des is working on it. Come on. Go. It's a two-way tie between Dwindle and Des right now. It's a tie. Moon Duck is not strong enough. Oh, there goes everybody else. Oh, it's a tie. It's going to be a tie. Oh no! Wait! We got. Oh, Des is falling back. Oh my gosh! Here comes Lance. Lance for the win. All right, Lance. Woohoo! Yay! All right. Is Lance still here? Where is Lance? Lance! All right. Now you just need to turn off the presentation. Go on, puppy. You need help?
No. What are you asking me to do?
Go back to StreamYard. Because he's old. Okay. So where is? Hey, Oyster. Welcome. Lance is not here. Who was number 2? Do you remember?
No. What do you do? Run it again?
Yep, run it again. Yes, Swedish fish, Des. Did you know that I've got a tattoo of a Swedish fish? I got this as a tattoo in tribute to my 2 children, to my 2 biological children,
All right, here we go. Wait a minute.
namely my oldest daughter.
Names. Edit list.
But I do have a tattoo of a Swedish fish. It's pretty cool. I also have other candy on my arm. You're not playing, Twins? Oh, come on.
Dwindle's not playing.
No.
All right, we're done. Here we go.
All right. And away we go. Thank you, Simon. All right. Duck races, Oyster. We're doing duck races.
Almost done.
All right. So far we got Simon and Jody and Tiffany.
Tiffany in a while. I don't know if she's still here either. I'll leave it up until we have a decided winner, and then I can look and see what position everybody was in.
Okay. Okay, so it's Jody and Simon. Who's going to be pulling up out of the back? Watch it be Tiger. Quack. I think Tiger, I think yours is oh, East Wind and Greg. Here comes Greg. Oh. Huh? What? Woohoo! NBL! NBL's a winner. All right. So let's knock this nonsense off. That quacking is annoying. If my parrot learns that quacking noise, I'm going to shoot it. Not really, but NBL's a winner. Congratulations, NBL. All right, so NBL, nothing but love. We've got a pink bag here. It's a pink grocery bag.
We quit eating and talk.
We need you to pick a number between 16 and 234. NBL's not here. All right.
He left too.
Yeah. So who was second? Oh, wait. Lance just showed up. Lance just did. Okay. Lance came back.
Hey.
Yeah, Lance. So you were the first one, but then you disappeared. So we ran another duck race, but since NBL has now disappeared, but you're here, that's kind of funny. We've never seen. Yeah, pick a number from 16 to 234. And go. $233. Okay. So now we're going to see which cookbook it was that was selected. Ta-da! All right. So now what we're going to do? Oh, wait a minute. 233. Okay. So 233. Sundays with Sophie. It's a Bobby Flay book. 233. All right. So that's 233 is instructions. So we got to go over to the next page over, which brings us to walnut praline tart. So that's what we have to make. Serves 6 to 8. In the South, and especially in New Orleans, pralines are traditionally made with pecans. When I decided to make this tart for the first time, I didn't have any pecans, but I did find some walnuts lurking in the back of my pantry. It turns out toasted, earthy walnuts taste great with the gooey caramel of a classic praline. I served this to Sophie and her USC girls with her favorite cinnamon gelato. Make the buttermilk pie dough in a food processor. Combine the flour, granulated sugar, salt, and butter. Pulse until the mixture resembles coarse meal. Add 2 tablespoons of the buttermilk and pulse until the dough starts coming together to form crumble-like pieces. Adding additional buttermilk 1 teaspoon at a time if needed. and so on and so forth. So that's what we're making. We are making walnut praline tart. I think that's going to be exciting. And I just don't know where I'm going to find Muscovado sugar around here, because we live out in the middle of frickin' nowhere. And of course it has bourbon and then cinnamon gelato for serving. Yes, there is there is a picture. So the picture is right here. That's what it's supposed to look like. Now, I don't have a tart pan that looks like that. But what? I've got a round tart pan. What? Huh? Maybe you can make tripe praline tart. Yeah, Tiger, she told you, didn't she? She told you. You got done told, man. She's got jokes all day. She's my new spirit animal for the week. Katie is my new spirit animal for the week. All right. All right, so Munchie Mafia. Now that our dinner has gotten thoroughly cold, for those that just joined us, this is what our dinner looks like right here. Timmy gets 2 pieces because he's really fond of fish. All right, so good night, Gracie. Thank you for coming, you all. And don't forget to cook with love, eat with passion, and thank you so much for helping us reach 500. Now all you have to do is 1,923 watch time hours. So have a good night. Love you all. Peace out.
Well, Munchie Mafia, it is that time where we really hate saying goodbye. So let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even a till next time, maybe even a ta-ta for now. We'll be here or on Off-Topic Squirrel, because Bucci needs love too. It's been really fun with all our friends, no matter if you're old or you're new. So before you let that door slam behind you, fondle that like button lovingly and go back to your life as it were before you hit that play button on YouTube. If you haven't yet subscribed to Munchie Mafia Official, now is that time. What's stopping you? Since you're still here on YouTube, please check in on our friends Steven and Jacqueline. They are a beautiful father-daughter duo from the island of Trinidad and Tobago. They have the laid-back islander vibe while cooking up fresh and vibrant colors, rich in flavor and sassy spice. Go visit Cooking with Steven and Jacqueline today. Won't you? Hey, hey, Thanks for coming, and please remember, as you are in your very own kitchen and cooking for your family, community, and friends, to always cook with love and always eat with passion, unless it has Twizzlers in it. Whoever suggested that is going to hell, as Chef Zabi says. Dairy, stir up some magic, whiskey, whisk, and a little mischief, bakey, bake a little mystery, with a spinning wheel of misfortune. We really hate saying goodbye, so let's just say a fond good night, or until next time. Maybe even a tap top for now.